In Europe, there is a story whispered in hushed voices. A bride whose life was stolen, whose body was twisted, and whose soul became a battlefield. This is not just a tale of possession, but of torment, blood, and a curse that defied heaven itself. This is Janvi, the cursed bride. She was radiant on her wedding day in Rome. Her veil white as snow, her smile brighter than the cathedral lights. Guests cheered, bells rang, and her husband held her hand tightly. But love has shadows. And within weeks, those shadows began to consume everything. He became cruel, violent, his voice a whip, his hand a fist. She endured nights of bruises and mornings of silence. Worse, she discovered he had taken another woman into their home, in the very bed where vows had been made. Her heart shattered, and with it, her will to live. One night, in a storm of grief, she slit her wrists. They found her collapsed on the bathroom floor, her blood painting the tiles. She survived. But when her eyes opened again, they were not the same. Her pupils were dilated black, her lips twitching as though another mouth tried to speak through hers. And then it came. A voice, not hers, growling from her throat. She is mine now? She began to change. Her nails grew sharp, her veins blackened like ink beneath her skin. She sat before mirrors for hours, scratching her own reflection until glass shattered. At night, she crawled across the floor on all fours, her spine cracking as her body twisted unnaturally. She chewed her fingernails until they bled, and then licked the blood with a smile. Her laughter was no longer human. It was shrill, layered, as if three voices laughed at once. A friend gifted her a puppy. At first, she rocked it gently, like a baby. But then, her smile widened too far, her jaw cracking as she whispered into its ear. The animal howled in terror, refusing to enter her room again. Days later, the family found something worse. Under her pillow lay a doll, crudely stitched from black cloth, its face sewn shut with red thread, its chest pierced with nails, and around its neck hung a string of Janvi's own hair. When they tried to burn it, the flames went out instantly, as if the doll refused to die. Her mother, trembling with fear, sought help at the Montserrat monastery. The monk who heard the story grew pale. He whispered, "This is no illness. This is a covenant of blood. Take her to Seville, to the cathedral. Only there can the curse be broken." They brought her to the cathedral. Bound in chains, Janvi snarled like a beast, her body convulsing violently. Her tongue split as she spoke in voices that shook the very ground. The priests began chanting. The air turned ice cold. Candles exploded, windows cracked. Blood seeped from her eyes like tears. Suddenly, her body levitated, slamming against the walls. Bones cracked audibly, yet she laughed through it. The priests realized in horror. She was not possessed by one demon, but three, each fighting for control of her body. The spirits revealed their master. Years earlier, during a train journey, the family met a woman. She had begged for Janvi's hand for her eldest son. When refused, she returned to her homeland. There, she performed a ritual with blood and bone. She buried a doll made of flesh beneath a black altar, calling spirits from the abyss. Those spirits had followed Janvi ever since, feeding on her pain, tearing her body apart, whispering their master's revenge into her mind. No one knows if Janvi ever escaped her curse. Some say she still wanders the streets of Rome at night, her body broken, her laughter echoing in the dark, a reminder that love can be betrayed. But rejection can unleash something far worse. Sometimes it opens the door to eternal torment.